Hey everybody, long time no see, and it's a little bit dark, but there's nothing I can really do about that right now. So I was banned for a week. The last video I uploaded was me thinking I had COVID, and I still don't know for sure if that's what it was. In fact, I'm pretty sure it wasn't because it didn't really last a whole week. Might have just been allergies, honestly. Um, but yeah, so I've learned my lesson. Uh, the 2020 election was the most safe and secure election that ever existed. Um, Joe Biden is definitely our president, 100% legitimate. Uh, Vaccines work and are safe. COVID is incredibly dangerous, incredibly deadly, and you need to be afraid of it. Also, masks definitely work. Okay, and on top of all of this, not a single person in their mind is even considering, skewering Susan Wojcicki on a pike, which, by the way, historically speaking, was around 20 feet long, and between 8 and 10 inches in diameter at the thickest. No one's thinking about that at all. Okay. Anyway, back to actual business. I got a couple of books. I've been working my ass off. I've got a real job now. Uh, so I got a couple of books. A business plan to create a libertarian society without coercion or electoral politics. This is actually a really interesting book. I just got it. I haven't read it yet, but I know the concept, and the concept is pretty interesting. Got Itzhak Bentov, Stalking the Wild Pendulum. Uh, I guess in the 70s, this Israeli engineer who was living in Boston began meditating and came to a bunch of ideas about consciousness and the universe and whatnot. And I have 3 Warwick books. Projection and Propaganda, 2017. Emotional Alchemy, 2017. And Against Corporate Media, also 2017. See, I'm more interested in the Warwick originals. You know what I mean? Um, so, I think I was supposed to get another book today, but I don't think it came. So I'm hoping that it does come. If not today, it doesn't matter if it doesn't come today. I've got 5 books right now anyway, and 2 other books. Oh yeah, forgot to mention that I finished reading both The Chalice and the Blade and Fabiola. The Chalice and the Blade was interesting. It was primarily an anthropological work. However, it did delve very deeply into paleoanthropology or prehistorical anthropology. Um, there are a couple of issues I have with it. For example, Eisler posits that the partnership model of human development, human civilization, is our natural method, is our natural system, and that the dominator model arose elsewhere and then conquered the partnership model. But the problem is that where did the dominator model arise, and how did it do that? If this partnership model is our natural state of being, how and where did the dominator model arise? Why did the dominator model win out so rapidly and become so widespread? And there's another issue that just because it did happen once, just because there was a partnership society at one point, does not mean that we can make that happen again. It's possible that humanity has changed biologically, sociologically, since that time. And we just won't be able to do that. It's possible that because of all this mixing of different tribes and groups and societies, the partnership model is just gone. It is also possible that because we are not all one species, that the partnership model is not going to make a comeback either. At least not on the large scale. And for Fabiola was really interesting. It's about Rome in the 200s AD, so about 275 AD, and yet it has a Greek philosopher in it named Diogenes, and this Greek philosopher, who basically would have spat upon the Bible if he had access to it. And you got to keep in mind this several hundred years difference, because Diogenes lived around the time of Plato, and Rome in 275 AD is several hundred years. It is about 500 or 600 years after the time of Plato. So it's very interesting. But so Fabiola was actually written by a priest. It is propaganda for the sake of convincing people that this specific view of how the Christian church developed in Rome is the accurate one, despite the fact that there's not very many citations, and the citations that are there are supporting mostly irrelevant historical data. So yeah, I'm going to be taking some time away. I'm going to be uploading less frequently. But my uploads should be getting better because I've got a lot more books headed my way, and I'm going to be, practicing my speaking skills more, and, maybe combining the ideas in a new way, and maybe putting together some new presentations. Thank you for watching. Peace.